time now. Let's go out to the movies. Las Vegas film critic Josh Bell is here for the Big Bell Breakdown. There it is. Hello. We got two movies to talk about here. We got a comedy and then we got a horror movie or a scary movie.
Kind of intense,
So let's start smiling, shall we?
Right.
Blockers. What is this? John Cena, right? He's the big actor here.
Yeah, John Cena, Leslie Mann, and Ike Barinholtz. They play three parents who they're parents of teenage girls, and they discover that their daughters have made this secret pact to lose their virginity on prom night.
Right, okay.
And
I've seen the trailers. Right?
Yeah, and if you've seen the trailers, you've seen some of the biggest kind of over-the-top, gross-out set pieces in this movie. But what the trailers don't necessarily show you is that this is a kind of a balance between the story, the over-the-top humor about the parents chasing down their kids and the ridiculous situations they end up in, and then also the teenage girls themselves, sort of a coming-of-age comedy about their night and their decisions that they're making, which I thought was actually better. It's more low-key.
Right.
It's got more emotional range to it. I like the characters a little more, and the parents, ultimately, what they're doing, they're misguided. And at the beginning of the movie, Ike Barinholtz's character basically says, "This is wrong. We shouldn't do this." Right. And then the parents spend 90 minutes learning that this was wrong and they shouldn't do it. So narratively, I thought it was a little frustrating, and the humor is kind of predictable, kind of cringy, and I just felt like every time it cut away from the teenagers to the bigger stars, I was a bit disappointed. So it was good enough that I thought it was a shame that it wasn't better.
All right, so some nuggets in there that you could appreciate, which I'm actually surprised about. I thought you were flat out going to hate this one.
It had more nuance than I expected, and if you laughed at the trailer, you'll probably laugh at the movie.
Okay, you're not going to be laughing if you see this next movie. No. This looks really scary, so it's a pass for me. A Quiet Place. This, but it looks well done.
It's intense, and I will say that I'm impressed that a major studio released a movie that has almost no dialogue in it, almost no spoken dialogue. The idea, it's a sort of post-apocalyptic world, and these aliens have come and wiped out almost everyone. We follow this one family, John Krasinski and Emily Blunt play the parents. There are two kids. They're trying to hide from these aliens who can't see, but they can hear. So everything has to be quiet, completely silent all the time. And the characters almost never speak. They use sign language and other ways to communicate with each other. So it's an intense film. It
really
scary.
does look intense. And I understand this is a guy obviously from The Office, so we're used to sort of laughing along with this. And now this is also, he directed this movie. Is that correct?
He did. This is his, I think, third movie as a director, but his previous ones were kind of small indie dramas. So this is a much bigger project for him, and I think he does a good job at generating suspense. There's a lot of kind of groaner plot contrivances in this movie that you kind of just have to roll with as a horror fan, which to me tripped me up a little bit at times. But overall, it's very suspenseful, it's very tense, and the performances are good. So I think horror fans will like this one.
All right, and Emily Blunt too. They're married.
They are married, and they play the married couple here. Both good performances.
Okay, that's the way we roll today because we got one happy and one scary.
Right, and
there
both,
you go.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. All right, there you have it. That's the big Josh Bell Breakdown. Sir, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it as always.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right, we'll be right back, everyone.